Hi, my name is Mrs. Shaver, and I'll be your instructor this semester. I wanted to make a couple videos to help you get started, and I'm going to try to keep a log of all the videos, instructional videos I make for the course to make it easier for you to find them if you need to look at them later on. So after you log into the student learning portal to get to the class, go to the LMS, and then your course is going to be delivered to you in Blackboard. You should have a link that says AP Computer Science, so go ahead and click on it. Now, when you open the class, it should look something like this. And you'll start on the announcement page. So I have a welcome announcement here. It indicates important information on how to get started in the course. This course is starting on 8/24 and it ends on 1/17. So it says here, I made a couple videos for you to better understand how to navigate the course. Notice it's empty right now, but by the time you look at it, the videos will be in here. It goes on to say, make sure you review the section to the left called Course Info. It explains what you will need to know to be successful during the class. It provides a link to the syllabus and pacing guide. The pacing guide has firm due dates, and assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. on Fridays. And we're pretty firm on these dates. So let's go ahead and just navigate in Course Info. And like I indicated, you can access the course syllabus. Here's the pacing guide. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. You should print a copy of this out as soon as possible. Now, we understand that when you first start a course for Michigan Virtual, you may not all be starting on 8/24. In fact, enrollment runs anywhere from 8/24 through 9/27. So what you're going to notice as you go through the different weeks, in the beginning of the course, it gives you a suggested due date. So if you want to stay on track, these are the assignments you should be doing for the given week. So the suggested due date for week 1 assignments is on 8/30. But the hard due date is 9/27. My recommendation is to stay on pace, because after 9/27, the late assignment policy will have to be followed. And I'll talk more about that in a second. Anything that's in red on the pacing guide is a graded assignment, and it'll show up in the grade book. Things that are not red are instructional materials and lessons that you need to go through. Excuse me. You'll notice as you go from week 1 to week 2, the background color changes to help you designate the different weeks' assignments. So like I said, print this out, cross things out as you move through the course. I want to click on the Michigan Virtual Policy. So this is the late assignment policy for the course, and this is going to be enforced after 9/27. So you will receive a 20% reduction on a score for a late assignment, including tests and quizzes turned in within 1 week of the due date. You'll receive a 40% reduction on the earned score for a late assignment, including tests and quizzes turned in 2 weeks after the due date. And if you turn something in after 2 weeks late, you're going to get a 0. It says, in extenuating circumstances, the student must work directly with the instructor and mentor to develop and request reasonable alternative due dates on particular assignments or tests in order to avoid a score reduction in assignment or exam grades. So in regard to this, extenuating circumstances are not a robotics competition or a prom or a homecoming or a football game or I had a busy week. Extenuating circumstances would be a death in a death in the family for an immediate family member, a hospitalization, things of that nature. And these extenuating circumstances have to be communicated to me through the mentor. before we can have that discussion. A little bit more, all midterms and finals must be proctored, no exceptions. So somebody has to be watching over you and they have to be in the room the entire time. You're not allowed to redo a test, midterm, or final exam, but at my discretion, I may allow you to retry a problem or an assignment with some guiding feedback. So in other words, I would give you a chance to redo something that I think you could potentially correct and learn from your mistake, because at the end of the day, the goal here is to get you college credit. But if I suggest that you could redo something, or you ask me to redo something, you will be given a specific deadline when it's due by for me to even consider it. Okay. Let's go back to the course information. Now, in this class, so after we go through course info, I'm going to go back to the announcement. Okay. If this is your, let's go back here. You may view your current grades at any time by clicking My Grades on the left side of the screen. So that's over here. And this is going to list all the graded assignments and the points earned. If I make comments, which I will, if I give you feedback on an assignment, you're going to see the comments in here. So this is the way I communicate how you did or things that you might want to fix over here. So please read those. That's really important so that you can learn from any mistakes that you might make. Or I use it as an opportunity to reteach or emphasize something. So if you've never taken a Michigan virtual class before, please click on the Start Here link in the course menu to the left. The Start Here segment contains information about how to navigate in Blackboard and will direct you to get started in the course by completing Unit 0, Student Orientation. So if I come back here and I click Start Here, then it basically says, the course starts from the Unit 0 orientation. However, if this is your first time, please take a few minutes to look through all the different sections, the announcements, which we're doing right now, the course info, which we already did, the policies, the instructor info, and how to get help. So let's do these three right now. The Michigan virtual policies, there's an acceptable use policy. All users who access a computing system used or owned by Michigan Virtual, including Blackboard and Michigan Virtual courses, must agree to abide by the acceptable use policy. Anti-bullying. Michigan has a statewide anti-bullying policy that was adopted. Privacy policy. The Michigan Virtual Privacy Policy describes the ways in which Michigan Virtual handles information it obtains about individuals. And plagiarism. Michigan Virtual has a zero tolerance policy towards plagiarism. So please read those policies. Now, getting help. If you're having a login issue, then what you want to do is contact customer care. You have issues with your account, technical issues with the resources within your course, or issues with your web browser. And customer care, here are their hours. You can email them or call them or put in a ticket and they'll get back to you. You should contact your mentor. The mentor serves as a liaison between you, your parents, me, and your school administration. Use your mentor to help you if you have questions about receiving credit at your school, you need help developing personal work habits to ensure successful completion of the course, or you need somebody to proctor an exam. Now, you're going to contact me when you have questions, if you don't understand the course content, if you're unclear about instruction on assignments or quizzes, if you are not sure what you should do next in the course, if you encounter an issue with the lesson, and I will get back to you within 24 hours.